In this video, we'll show you how to create assembly orthographic views of the phone stand. These views will have an elevation, a plan, and a sectional end elevation like the one shown here. Before you go any further in this video, make sure that you've downloaded the file called Phone Stand Assemblies from Google Classroom. You need to have downloaded that file and then open it before you go any further with this video. If you don't know how to do this, ask your teacher for help now. When creating an elevation and a plan and a sectional end elevation, we first of all will begin creating the elevation and the plan first. In order to create an elevation and a plan in Inventor, we need to click on the base button. This allows you to select the model you're going to choose to produce the views from. The base button is found in the top left hand corner of the screen in the Place Views tab. So I'm going to click on the base button, and then I'm going to click on this yellow folder in the file area. You will need to find the folder you've saved all your other phone stand work into. This will be in your place in the school network. If you don't know how to find this folder, ask your teacher for help with this now. Once you've found your assembled phone stand, click on it, then click Open. The elevation of this view should look like this. If yours looks a different way, and I'll turn this around so that it does look different, you can see that how we're turning it is using the view box and the little arrows next to it. So if yours doesn't look like this on the screen, use the arrows on the view box in order to turn it around so that yours does look in the same orientation as shown on the screen here. Once you see this view, move the mouse above it, left click to create the plan, and then we'll click OK. Now you can see that these are line drawings and they're not shaded, so that's exactly what we need. However, they're not positioned very well on the sheet. So we're going to move the mouse over the elevation until we can see the red border around it. And we're going to click the left-hand mouse button, hold it down, and then move the mouse down to drag this down to position somewhere around here. We'll also drag the plan down again as well. So again, move the mouse over until you see the red border, click and hold the left-hand mouse button, and then move the mouse down to drag this into position. You should make sure that your drawings are positioned similar to what's shown on screen here. We're now going to create a sectional view through the centre of the rod going through the phone stand. Before we create the sectional view, we're going to ensure that we've deselected everything. To do that, press Escape on your keyboard. Now, we can create the sectional view by moving the mouse to the top left-hand corner of the screen, ensuring we've got the Place Views tab selected, then click Section. We'll then move the mouse over the elevation until we can see the red border around it and select it. We want this cutting plane to go all the way through the centre of this. However, we must not start drawing the cutting plane on the top edge of this rod. But we do want to move the mouse to the top edge of this rod until we get the green dot up here. Then without clicking anything, move the mouse upward and you'll see a little dashed line. When the mouse is positioned around about here and you can see that dashed line, left click once, then move the mouse down until it's outside the drawing at the bottom. When it's positioned around about here, like you can see on the screen, left click again. That's us finished drawing the cutting plane. So I'm going to right click on the mouse, then select Continue. Now if I move the mouse to the right, somewhere around here we're going to position this. When you're happy to position it, left click. And that is how we create a sectional view in Inventor. Now that you've created these views, we're going to save our progress so far. To do this, move the mouse to the top left-hand corner of the screen, click on the File button, then click Save. It's important to save your work regularly when using Inventor. So you should get into the habit of clicking the Save button every so often, and certainly after each stage of completing a drawing. What we'll do now is we'll start to annotate the drawings. So the very first thing we do when annotating a drawing is add centre lines. To add centre lines, move the mouse to the top left of the screen and click on the Annotate tab. The centerline tools are just over halfway along the top toolbar here. We'll have this one with a cross, which is called the center mark, and we use this one to mark all circles. We'd use this one here, the centerline bisector, to mark circular faces we can see from the side. So we'll start with the center mark option. We'll select this and click on any circle that you see. So move the mouse over the circles. When they turn red, click. We can also see we've got a rod here, which is a circular face. So I'm going to use a centerline bisector for that. So click there. And then we want to select this side and this side. You can see there's a centerline come down here. Now, on the elevation, we also know that there's holes coming down here. So where these circles are, there are holes coming below that. But because in an assembly view, we don't show hidden detail, we can't see the hidden detail for those holes. In order to add those center lines, what we're going to do is press Escape on the keyboard to make sure that everything's deselected, move the mouse over the elevation until it gets the red border around it, and double click. In the Style area, we're going to select this first option, Hidden Line. And then we're going to click OK. This then allows us to see the hidden detail lines for the two holes that are here and here. We don't have to add a center line for the third hole here because the cutting plane goes through that in exactly the center of it. And we wouldn't draw a center line over a cutting plane. In order to add the center lines for these two holes, click on the centerline bisector tool and then select the outside edges of these. Once we've done that, press Escape on your keyboard. Now we'll move the mouse over this elevation again until we see the red border and double click it. And now because this is an assembly view and we don't show hidden detail in assembly views, we're going to remove this hidden detail now by clicking on the Style and this middle button, Hidden Line Removed option. So select that. You'll see when it's selected, it's got a blue background to it. Then we click OK. Now that we've added all of the center lines, we're going to save our progress so far. And to do that, click on the orange File button in the top left-hand corner of the screen, then click Save. So now we're going to add the labels to these views. So in order to add the labels for the views, move the mouse to the top, make sure you've got the Annotate tab still selected, then select the Text tool. Underneath the Plan view, we'll click somewhere and then type in Plan. Make sure you've used a capital letter at the start of the word Plan, then say OK. Now we'll add the view label for the elevation, so click on the Text tool, move the mouse to below the elevation, and then type in elevation, ensuring again you've used a capital letter for the start of the word, then click OK. And then below the sectional end elevation, we'll click, and this time we need to call this one a sectional end elevation on AA. Make sure you use capital letters for the AA. Then click OK. Now we'll press Escape to deselect that text tool. What we now have to do is remove this AA 1-to-1 label from the top of the sectional end elevation. So move the mouse over this text. When it turns red, double click on it. Then just use the backspace key to delete all of the text in there and then click OK. What we'll now do is position all these view labels to be in the center of each of the views. To make this a little easier, we'll zoom in to each view so we can see a bit more clearly. So we'll start the elevation. We're going to zoom into this bit by rolling the middle mouse button towards you. And then you can move the mouse over the word elevation until it highlights in red. And then just drag it by clicking and holding the left-hand mouse button and moving the mouse. We want that word to be in the middle of this view. I'm now going to pan the view across so I can see the view title for the sectional end elevation. To pan the view, click and hold the middle mouse button and move the mouse. And then I'll move the mouse over the text till it turns red. Then I'll click and hold the left-hand mouse button and I move the mouse to drag it across, so it's now positioned in the centre. Now I'm going to zoom out a touch by rolling the middle mouse button away from me, and then I'm going to zoom into the plan by rolling the middle mouse button toward me. And I'll do the same thing here, move the mouse over the word plan. When it turns red, left click on the mouse and then drag it to be positioned in the centre of the plan. I now want to see the whole sheet, so I'm going to double click the middle mouse button. I'm now going to press Escape to deselect all the tools. Now that we've finished adding all the view labels, we're going to save our progress. To do that, click on the orange file button in the top left hand corner, then click Save. We're now going to finish off this phone stand assembly's production drawing by completing the title block at the bottom. The title block contains the drawing name, the name of the person who's drawn it, the date it was drawn on, the scale it's been drawn to, the unit of measurement, the third angle projection symbol, and some other relevant information. In order to complete the 4 boxes, drawing name, drawn by, date, and scale, we're going to zoom into this area of the screen. To do that, move the mouse over it and roll the middle mouse button towards you. Because these areas of text have gone off of the screen, we're going to pan the view upward so that we can see them. So to pan the view, click and hold the middle mouse button and then move the mouse up. Once you can see the drawn name and drawn by areas, let go of the middle mouse button. Then move the mouse over the drawing name until it turns red and then double click. You can delete the text in the drawing name area, and this drawing is going to be called the phone stand assemblies. Make sure you use capital letters for the start of each word, then click OK. Now move the mouse over the drawn by text. When it turns red, double click it, and then type your name in here. Again, make sure you've used capital letters at the start of your name, then click OK. We're now going to pan the view along so we can fill in the date and the scale boxes. So I'm going to click and hold the middle mouse button and then move the mouse along. And I'm going to repeat that until I can see the date and scale boxes. Now I'm going to move the mouse over the date box. When it turns red, double click. I'm going to enter today's date. Then I'm going to click OK. If you don't know what scale you've drawn this to, then what to do is zoom out a touch by rolling the middle mouse button away from you. Move the mouse over the elevation until you see the red border and then double click. The scale is shown in this box here. So in this case, the scale is 1:1. So I'm going to click OK. Then I'm going to zoom into this word scale by rolling the middle mouse button toward me. I'm going to move the mouse over it until it turns red, double click. And in the scale box, I'm going to type in 1:1, then click OK. Now that's me finished entering all the details that I need in the title block. So now I want to see the whole sheet, just to double check that I've finished everything. To see the whole sheet, double click your middle mouse button. Now that we've finished this, we're going to save our work. To save this, move the mouse to the top left hand corner of the screen, click on the orange file button, then click Save. That's all of the details required being added to this sheet. So this process is how you would create any assembly orthographic drawings.